So I had talked about these X-Treme bullets in one of my other videos and how I intended to load some up for 300 Blackout, and I did that and made some test rounds. They didn't function as well as I would like. They got caught on the feed ramp, a couple of them, and there's no real good data for these 150 grain flat nose bullets for 300 Blackout. So what I did was play with a little bit of data that I could find. So after shooting them and some of them got stuck, what I did was reduce the charge slightly and seat the bullet down in the case a little bit further. The first load I worked up was for the IMR 4227. Now with the IMR 4227, I went with 17 grains, and I went to an overall case length of 1.975. And again, that was with the X-Treme flat nose 30-30 bullets. After that, they worked great. I didn't have any trouble with them. They all shot well, and I was very happy with them. And I'm going to step out in the backyard right now, and I'm going to run through a few test rounds just to show you how good they worked. These were the test rounds using the 4227. They all shot well. There was no misfires, failures to feed, anything like that. They were plenty accurate, and I'm pretty impressed with the load I've worked up. So as far as the 4227 and the 150 grain X-Treme flat nose bullet, that is a load I will continue to use. It was a great load. These are the 1680 loads I worked up using the 150 grain flat nose X-Treme bullet. They worked well, they were accurate, function was there. The only thing I noticed is that they were considerably more smoky than the 4227, but they shot great, and this is another load I will definitely use in the future. Okay, so the second load I worked up was with the accurate 1680. Now these were supersonics again, with the X-Treme flat nose bullet, and on those, and they worked flawlessly, I went with 1680 with 20 grains of 1680 this time, and an overall case length of 1.975. Nothing got stuck, nothing jammed, everything cycled flawlessly, and it was a great load. Now, as far as load data goes, I would never use someone else's data, so the numbers I just quoted, you know, they worked great for me, doesn't mean they'll work good for you. But as far as this X-Treme bullets goes, for 500 bullets for $50, you can't beat it. I mean, this is a great, cheap, inexpensive way to shoot 300 Blackout. And this is what I'll be shooting in the 300 Blackout for plinking loads from now on. Unless I'm building a subsonic or a specialty hunting round, I'll just be shooting these copper washed 30-30 bullets. Now the 1680 bullets, or the 1680 loads, they were doing roughly 1800, 1850 a second. They shot well, they were accurate, and I'm pretty happy with the 1680 loads. 4227 is a little slower. They were probably running about 1500 feet a sec, or 1700 feet a second, excuse me, right in that area. But as far as that goes, both loads worked great, and I would definitely use them in the future. The 1680 seemed like it took more powder, or as far as grains, it was heavier, but it wasn't as big, so it left more case capacity where you could seat the bullet a little bit deeper. 4227, though it only took 17 grains, it filled the case up quite a bit fuller than the 1680. The 1680 is a real fine powder, and the IMR is a little chunkier. So anyway, yeah, this is a good, cheap, inexpensive way to load 300 Blackout. And if you haven't already done so, go on over to X-Treme and check it out. The bullets are reasonably priced. There is one more thing I did notice, though. They are copper washed, and they are fairly soft in the core. So a very light crimp. You don't want to crimp too hard because you will smash the bullet really easily. But anyway, I hope it helps if you're developing some supersonic loads and you want to plink cheap. And If you like the video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.